Good morning to the leader in you. This is Catherine, your host. Listen, this is the 5-day countdown till March the 1st. It is the last month of the first quarter once we hit March. And so today we're going to be all talking about strategy and implementation. How do we utilize the last 5 days to build our business? When we think about the word strategy, it often means a plan of action that is designed, right, for overall purpose, right? It's the art of planning, but also directing your specific goals and dreams into a particular area that you want to see manifest, right? Strategy is generally something that you want to achieve. You're creating that strategy because you want to achieve something. And it can be for short-term or long-term goals, right? And one of the things that we have to think about when we're implementing our strategy, right, is that we cannot concern ourselves with the right now condition and not see what is ahead of us. Sometimes we get bogged down because we don't see the reality of what we want in our present. Don't allow that to hold you back. Don't allow that to sway you. Don't allow that to stop you from continually putting your game plan together, right? So when you strategize, you have to be all hands on deck. You have to be involved. You have to set your goals. You need to know your priorities, right? And you need to determine which actions should be implemented at what point in time. In other words, a timeline for execution, right? You have to mobilize every single component of your strategy for execution, so that way you won't have a lot of dead time, right? When you think about strategy, right, you think about your end goal. What is your overall end goal that you want to accomplish and achieve? And certain quotes came to my mind. A quote that says, "A vision without strategy remains an illusion." Listen, we can say all day long what we want to happen and how we can see it happen, but until we act on it, it is just an illusion. There's another quote that says, "The essence of strategy is choosing what not to do," right? And a lot of times, we feel that we failed because we haven't implemented, or we don't see the manifestation of what we wanted. But it's okay, because the essence of strategy is choosing what not to do. And sometimes the only way you're going to figure out what not to do is from moments of failure, moments that, I did it this way, it didn't work. And you know what? I felt like a failure, but you're really not, because now you know what not to do. There's another quote that says success is 20% skills and 80% strategy, right? There could be someone that has way more degrees, way more skills, way more whatever, but you understand how to implement strategy. So do not size yourself up with another person. Don't compare yourself with another person. You may know how to succeed, but more importantly, what's your plan to succeed? So we can know all day in our head what we need to do, but until we implement it, it means nothing. Failure is nothing more than a chance to revise your strategy. Once again, if you felt that you have failed in your business, in whatever you've attempted to do, you're not a failure. So you need to reevaluate your thought process and look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, good morning to the leader in you. Good morning to that leader that's on the inside of you, that yes, you may have failed, but guess what? You're going to pick yourself back up again, and you're going to keep moving forward. Now, when we think about the word implementation, it is often the process of putting a decision or plan into effect. For what? Execution. We can't do all the talking. We can't do all the writing on a piece of paper, making this beautiful plan, and then don't execute. So the question that we all have to ask ourselves, including me, is what system do you have in place for your company to grow in the second quarter of 2021? What will you complete in the next 5 days that have just been sitting around waiting for you to complete? Think about that for a second. What's sitting on your desk and you can make it happen in the next 5 days, but it's just been sitting there? It's time to make it happen. There's another quote that says, ideas are useless unless used. The proof of their value is in their implementation. Until then, they are in limbo. There's another quote that says, successful organizations understand the importance of implementation, not just strategy, and moreover, recognize the crucial role of their people in the process. In other words, who's a part of your team? Who's a part of your team that's excited about what you're about to unveil in the second quarter? Vision without implementation is counterproductive. We can have vision all day, but we must implement. There's another quote that says, failure is the most effective technique to optimize strategic planning, implementation, and process. You know why? Because once you have failed, again, you know what not to do. So don't allow anyone around you and your surroundings say, oh, you messed up, you failed, this business didn't take off, I can't believe you're trying to start another business. Ignore all the naysayers and focus on what you need to do. So I suggest over the next 5 days, a couple of things that you can focus on. 1, review your business plan and hit your January and February goals. You want to think about and reflect, did you hit your January and February goals? If not, why not? Right? Number 2, review who is in your core team that will hold you accountable, and they hold you accountable. You hold them accountable, they're going to hold you accountable, and ultimately the both of you are going to hit your goals. Number 3, today make a list of unfinished business that can realistically be accomplished in the next 5 days. Number 4, write down your 31-day strategy for the month of March. And you must close out the first quarter strong. Why? Because it's going to set the tone and impact all of the remaining quarters of 2021. Number 5, research what's going on in your industry and the impact on the economy, right? A lot of times we don't take time. We just busy in our industry, but we don't take time to research what's going on in our industry. So this is something you can do over the next 5 days as well. You need to understand your numbers, what you need to hit to make your financial goal. And ultimately, number 6, on Sunday, the last day of the month, give thanks for how far you have come and appreciate, right, what you have been able to do. It's going to be multiplied. Listen, I want to share with everyone that on the first Mondays of every month, starting the next Monday, March the 1st, at 7 p.m., I will be hosting a strategy and implementation training the first Mondays of every month, kicking off next Monday, March 1st. At 7 p.m. If you're interested, let me know, and I will send you the Zoom link, the password. Send me an email, ct@katherinetrotter.com. Check out my website, katherinetrotter.com. And of course, if you are an individual that would like one-to-one support as far as building your business out, send me a direct message again at ct@katherinetrotter.com, and we can put together your strategy and your implementation action steps. Keep in mind, the best is yet to come. You're not a failure. Use everything that you've gone through to take you into that next season. And I'm going to see you at the top, and the next podcast will be in the month of March. Signing off for now.